everybody. Welcome to JoKin Drums on Drum Talk TV. I'm Jon Kinsting, and today I'm going to talk to you about these guys. Bought these things a long time ago. I was about 10 years old, just after I bought my Silver Sparkle Ludwig drum set. Huge fan of Joe Morello's. Everything had to be whatever Joe had. So I bought the drum set, and then soon after that, I had the desire to get these matching Silver Sparkle bongos, okay? And I guess at the time I envisioned, let's see, maybe get really good at these things. Maybe Ricky Ricardo will give me a call. I'll play with this group. Wait a minute. Ricky Ricardo, that's not a real guy. Desi Arnaz, yeah. And then later, maybe Pete Escovedo. Yeah, he'll call me. Play with his group. And then Santana. Yeah. Anyway, sadly, none of those famous artists called me to play bongos for them. So my little pair of bongos just got set aside. Neglected, probably a little bit lonely, until very recently. At which time I said, I'm going to do something with these bongos. I'm going to repurpose them or something. So I had this idea. Step one is to very carefully separate these, sort of surgically separate them. Wah! Actually, I'm just kidding, folks. In reality, here's a couple of bolts that screw each drum together so they're a pair of bongos. Unbolted those guys, and this is what I got left, okay? Two separate drums. And I was thinking, okay, what could I possibly do with this? Got a very bright, piercing sound. Unlike any of the drums in my drum set. I thought, well, wait a minute, that's a really good idea. Since this is so different, it's got this high-pitched sound, kind of like a timbale. So, what if I could somehow attach this to my drum set and use it as like a micro timbale? That would be cool. Checking my favorite drum supply house online, I discovered this thing. This is a holder, a mount, for either of the following two purposes. You could use this to attach legs to a low tom, or you could use this to attach a small tom to a stand. So we've moved out to my lab, JoKin Labs, and we're about to prepare this drum to receive the holder. Okay? It's the drum we're going to operate on. First thing we need to do is take off the top head. All right, here we go. All right, we got the top head off. We need to mark the shell where we are going to drill it to accept this holder. Okay, line these holes up so they're in line with the seam, and we want to operate on the seam because this is the best way to hide that seam. Let's drill the holes. So next, let's just assemble the tom clamp onto the drum. Notice the profile. This is a standard drum head. This is a bongo head. Notice how the bongo head is so much deeper than the standard head. This would be the configuration with the bongo head. Notice the rim. the hoop. Notice how it ends up below the level of the drum head. As a result of this, when you play this, if you were to play this with sticks, those sticks would be hitting the bearing edge of the drum. That's not good. It's very destructive to the drum. When we make the timbale head, we use a standard head and the hoop. Notice in this configuration, the top of the hoop is above the surface, the level of the head. When you play this thing, you're not going to be hitting the bearing edge at all. So that's why you want to use the standard head and not a bongo head. With our drum finally assembled to the clamp, we come up with an arrangement tapping off of the tom holders. Basically just this rod here. And we just attach our tom. Our micro timbale is done. If you have an old set of bongos hanging around the house and not using them, haven't been called up by Carlos Santana to join his group, maybe you want to split them up. Use one of them as a timbale, great accent drum for your drum set. Thank you for watching. Until next time, later.